Picture this. Nobody breaks the rules. Nobody has bad intentions. Everyone just minds their own business. The result? A total disaster. The lake dries up. The fish disappear. The pasture turns into a desert. So, who's to blame? Here's the scary part. No one is guilty. Or let me put it this way. We all are. Today, I'm going to tell you about a trap. A trap so clever, even smart people fall into it, knowingly. It's called the tragedy of the commons. Imagine a small village. In the middle sits a lush, green pasture. It belongs to no one, which means it belongs to everyone. 10 herders live in the village. Each herder owns 10 cows. The pasture easily feeds 100 cows. The system is in balance. Everyone is happy. Then, one day, a herder starts thinking, what if I got one more cow? The math is simple. The extra cow's milk and honey, all his, 100% of the profit. And the cost? The pasture wears down a little, but that damage isn't his alone. It's split among 10 herders, so he only pays 1/10 of it. Full profit, shared cost. The decision is obvious. He buys the cow. Let's pause here for a second. Is this herder stupid? No. Is he evil? Not that either. He's acting perfectly rationally. And that's the truly terrifying part. Because the other 9 herders run the same numbers. Everyone adds one more cow, then another. And one morning, the villagers wake up. The pasture is gone. All that's left is mud and dust. A pasture that fed 100 cows now feeds 0. Everyone tried to win. In the end, everyone lost. The man who made this story famous was Garrett Hardin, an American ecologist, the year 1968. Hardin published a paper in the famous journal Science, the title, The Tragedy of the Commons. The paper hit like a bomb. Why? Because Hardin said something deeply uncomfortable. He said, some problems have no technical solution. Better technology isn't enough. Human behavior has to change. Hardin's real concern was population growth. The world's resources are limited, but the population grows without limits. If everyone reproduces freely, shared resources will collapse. That was his claim. Personally, I find Hardin's views on population controversial. Some of them drew harsh criticism, but the mechanism he described, that's real, and it's everywhere around us. Now look around you. This tragedy doesn't just live in stories. The oceans. Think about fishing companies. Every boat catches just a little more. If I don't catch it, someone else will, they say. The result? Some fish species have dropped by 90%. Entire oceans are emptying out. The climate. The atmosphere is our shared property. Every country, every factory pumps out carbon. The profit is theirs. The warming belongs to all of us. Sound familiar? It's the same pasture story, just on a global scale. Traffic. Yes, even traffic is a tragedy. Everyone says, my car is more comfortable. Everyone drives. The roads are a shared resource. The result? Nobody moves. Anyone who's lived in a big city knows this. Antibiotics. This one genuinely scares me. Every unnecessary dose makes bacteria stronger. The power of antibiotics is a shared resource, and we're burning through it fast. Even the shared fridge at the office. Nobody cleans it because it's not my job. A small tragedy, but a tragedy nonetheless. Do you see it? The pattern is always the same. The benefit is personal. The cost is shared. And the system slowly collapses. Good news. Yes, more than one, actually. Option 1. Government and rules. Quotas, taxes, penalties. Like fishing bans. You set rules and enforce them. It can work, but enforcement is expensive and difficult. Option 2. Private property. Divide the pasture. Give everyone a piece. Nobody ruins their own land. Makes sense. But how do you divide an ocean? How do you fence off the atmosphere? Not everything can be split up. The third option is the most fascinating, and in my opinion, the most hopeful. There was an economist named Elinor Ostrom. She traveled the world. She studied hundreds of communities, and she found something surprising. Some communities have protected shared resources for centuries. No government, no privatization. How? By making their own rules, by watching out for each other, by building trust. Irrigation canals in Spain, mountain pastures in Switzerland, communal forests in Japan, all standing strong for hundreds of years. Ostrom won the Nobel Prize in economics for this work. She was the first woman to ever win it, and she shattered Hardin's dark prediction. So, the tragedy is not destiny. When people talk and organize, solutions are possible. Let's go back to the beginning and bring the whole story into focus. There was a lush green pasture, 10 herders, 100 cows. The system was in balance. Then one herder did the math. The profit is all mine, the cost is everyone's, and he bought one more cow. The cows multiplied, the pasture vanished, and one morning only dust remained. Then we saw this story everywhere, in the emptying oceans, in gridlocked city traffic, in antibiotics losing their power. The pattern was always the same: personal benefit, shared cost. But we weren't hopeless. We saw 3 ways out: rules and enforcement, private property, and the most beautiful one, Ostrom's path: communities that talk, organize, and trust each other. So what should we learn from this story? Let me leave you with 3 lessons. Lesson 1. Bad outcomes don't require bad people. Sometimes a badly designed system is enough. If everyone keeps failing in the same place, look at the system first. Lesson 2. Short-term gains are deceiving. The extra cow looks like profit today, but a barren pasture is tomorrow's bill. Always factor tomorrow into your decisions. Lesson 3. Tragedy is not destiny. Ostrom proved it. When people talk, set rules, and build trust, shared resources can survive for centuries. Silence feeds the tragedy. Speaking up stops it. And now, one single question for you. You are the herder watching the last of the pasture. If you buy the extra cow, your family wins. If you don't, your neighbor buys it, and you lose. What do? Buy the cow or be the first one to stop?